guys. So I just wanted to give you guys a few tips if you've started a 30-day challenge, because a lot of you ladies have started about 2 days ago. Some of you may have received it a little bit later, so are only getting started now. So I just want to take you through a quick checklist. So to get the most out of this 30-day challenge for hair growth, I think it's important that we keep the communication open, and then I can help to give you some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of it and make sure you get success. So this is my checklist. If at any time you have a question or you feel like you need a little bit more information, just send me a comment and I will answer. So as you know, the 30-day hair growth challenge is all about getting your hair the optimal condition to grow and be healthy. Healthy hair grows. So that's one of the key things. It's getting you healthy hair. Second thing that we're trying to achieve is length retention, right? Everyone's hair grows, but it tends to break at the ends, which is why you lose your length, even though it grows. Even though it grows like about an inch a month, you will lose a lot of it in your hair ends. So one of the main things we do is trying to keep that moisturized and trying to keep it strong, so that it doesn't break off. Another thing that we're trying to do is really feed your hair. So we're doing that from the roots on and all of your hair, even. And what we're trying to do is feed it protein, minerals, vitamins, fatty acids, so that your hair will actually strengthen, and stronger hair can grow better and longer. So that's another thing we're trying to do. So keeping that in mind, let's go over the list. I've made a few notes because I don't want to forget anything. So yeah, one thing that is really important is that you spritz your hair with water before you do the split end remedy treatment. So the split end remedy treatment is when you focus especially on your ends. You spray it with water, then you put on the treatment sachet. Like one sachet will be enough for one-time use, and you have to focus especially on your ends. Then cover it with a treatment cap. If you've got shorter hair and everything neatly fits into a cap, then put it over your head. But if you don't, if your hair is longer and it's a struggle to fit it all into a cap, then make sure at least you cover your ends, which is in the instruction video that you would have seen, hopefully. So just the tip is really to spritz your hair with water, because water is such a key important ingredient for your hair. Your hair needs water, it needs moisture, and it gets it best from water. So definitely before you use the treatment, the split ends remedy, try to use water and use it on damp hair. So if you didn't do that, make sure that next time you will. And if you did do it this time, then good job. I see some of the ladies have joined. Oh, what did I do? Sorry. How do I change it? Okay, so sorry guys. There we go. I'm back. All right, sorry. So okay, let's go to let's go and get somebody on this live with me. There we go. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna hear from somebody who is I would say a loyal user. Hello.
Hello, beautiful queen.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How is everyone doing tonight?
Good. I'm just going to check if you all can hear Nubian Queen. She's joined me. There she is. Oh, there. That beauty. So I'm just showing the Facebook Live people that you've joined us. Tell us.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to know, sis?
Yeah, what I wanted to know is, I know that you've been using the Coco Dream for a long time. And
it's amazing.
tell us about your etches. Just Coco
Okay.
Dream is one of one of the best products in the bundle. It's the strongest one that you use at the end over the
Mhm.
whole hair after you wash it with the leave-in conditioner. So Nubian Queen Irina, she has been using it for a while now. So she's just going to share with us her experience on how that has helped her. So she's seen the power firsthand.
Yeah. Oh my God, I definitely saw the power. Like, I cannot even, like, my testimony is always, maybe it sounds redundant by now because I always say this, but it was a life changer for me. It was a savior because I was actually getting bald over here in the edges area, if you can see. It's still growing back. It's not fully here and over here. After giving birth to my son, he's almost a 1 year old next for the end of the month. But I gave birth to him, and I think like 2 months after giving birth, I started noticing like I was getting bald over here. Like
Yeah.
sometimes besides my hair just curly and just loose and everything, I also love to tie up my hair or just do a straight bun or a high bun or whatever. So I already know that it's not actually the way to do it. It's not good for your hair, tight hairstyles or whatever. But that's where I feel most comfortable because not always you feel like getting your hair loose or doing the whole thing. With Double Beauty products in general, it's a game changer because it's much easier to get your hair straight. Like you just wake up, you put your products in, and you just wash and go or whatever you want to do. Just use the products. It made my life easier because it was a hassle. Wash day was I was dreading wash day first of all until I found your products, you know. But then
Thank you.
I was getting bald in those areas. My edges were gone. So I was like, okay, this is my punishment for all the years of, tight hairstyles and everything. But then I was like freaking out. I was trying to cover it up with other hairs. But even my husband was noticing. Men are not noticing anything. So
they never notice anything.
He was like, exactly. They never see if you have something switched up, if it's not dramatic, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was covering it up, one day he said, babe, what is going on over there? And I was freaking out. So I reached out I was following Double Beauty Natural for a long time. So I reached out and sent the DM, I think. And I was like, I need products. I'm losing hair. What can I use? And then the Coco Dream was advised to me. So I bought the Coco Dream, the shampoo, the conditioner. I bought it all because I was like, I need help. But the Coco Dream, oh my God, it's a miracle worker. It's called Miracle Treatment. Yes, it is. It's a miracle worker because I was just shampooing and things, also using other products from Double Beauty, but I was putting it on the edges. And you guys, in the live, if you can see some little baby hairs, they don't even want to stick because it's like so fragile and little hair, but it's growing back, y'all.
Yeah.
Look.
Well, your hair looks great.
It's new growth.
Yeah. So
Thank
I had
you.
actually, so for the people who maybe haven't heard it properly on Facebook, she actually lost the edges of her hair. She lost hair on their edges. And after pregnancy, which I had exactly the same problem, I think it's just nice to hear from somebody else. And as you can see, it's just the Coco Dream treatment will really feed your hair, and it would also help your scalp heal, which makes it so powerful to really help the regrowth. It just feeds your hair all it needs to get stronger and grow properly again. So same here. I've got the same problem, like all this new growth here. It's getting longer now.
Right? It's getting okay. So I have like hair over. It's growing back, you guys. It's so short, but I'm happy because that's like proof that it actually works. Just I put on my scalp every day a little bit, just massage it in, and especially on my edges.
Yeah.
And then I just use it overall. This is basically the only
And
thing I put in my hair.
that's one of my other checklist tips that I wanted to give you all. You know, use it on your scalp. Don't be shy. I know we say focus on your ends a lot, but actually your scalp is where your hair grows from.
Yeah.
And this is where your roots are, and where your hair cells are made, and so it's important to use it on your scalp as well. Okay, well, thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining and sharing your experience.
You're welcome.
And
You guys use the product. They're amazing. Oh my God. You
Thank
won't
you.
regret it.
And
Bye.
everybody follow Nubian Queen Nini. She's an amazing.
Yes, follow me.
Yes. All right.
Bye.
Bye. How do I? Hold on.
I'm going.
Okay. Thank you. So that's great. So that covered another tip that I wanted to discuss with you. It's just so important to use it all over your hair and don't leave out your scalp. Even though we say focus on your ends, don't leave out the scalp. It's just so powerful in helping you strengthen your hair and making it grow healthy from the roots on. Okay, the next tip, section your hair. Now, some people think they might not have, thick or a lot of hair. It's always better to section your hair. Now, if you're like me and you're lazy, and you're just trying to get it over and done with, yeah, I do that a lot. But I noticed a difference when I do properly take the time and section my hair properly, whereas if I don't. And I have a confession to make, even though I think it's quicker sometimes not to section it, it actually takes me longer because I'm trying to make sure, I reach everything. And while it's not in sections, that's just so much more difficult to do. So to make sure you've got all your hair covered and you do it properly and quickly and efficiently, make sure you section your hair. Depending on how thick and how long your hair is, I'd say do it in a minimum of 2 sections down, the middle of your scalp. But if you've got thicker hair, then do it in 4 sections or 6 sections, whatever works for you. But sections are just better. It just helps you cover everything, and it makes it actually smoother and efficient. And you can actually feel it better. You can feel the product working better if you do it in sections. I don't know if you all have that experience as well, but I definitely do. When I take the time to do it in sections, it always works better. Okay. So the first time you use the 30-day hair growth challenge kit, it is important to cleanse your hair. So if you've started, you should know that day 1 we ask you to use a shampoo, a sulfate-free shampoo. And if you've done that with the detox charcoal hair mask, that's like top points, bonus points for you. But you want to make sure your hair is clean, because if you've been using mineral oils or silicones that are not easily dissolvable in water, they can cause buildup, and all of those ingredients will stay on your hair and stop your hair from properly taking on the moisture and the minerals that we're trying to instill in it. We're trying to give it all the love and care it needs to be healthy and strong. And if it's covered in mineral oils and silicones, then it will not be able to have an effect as much as we would like. So that's another top tip. For the rest of the 30 days, if you've seen the videos from the last 2 days, you already know this, but for the next days, we're trying to avoid shampoo, because shampoos can have a drying effect. And we want to make sure that your hair can just be as moisturized as possible, because that's, the number 1 tip. If you want to grow your hair, make sure it's moisturized. So we will avoid shampoo for the 30 days, but the first day 1, you want to use shampoo to make sure your hair is clean and can actually take on the nutrients and the minerals and the vitamins that we're giving it. So the conditioner for the co-wash is actually very cleansing. So you don't have to worry about it being, dirty or not clean at all, or or build up or anything like that. The cleansing conditioner is actually like a top product. It's antifungal, antibacterial, antiseptic. It's just, yeah, it will get rid of the dirt for you. Don't worry. So I've got a question. Let's see. I dyed my hair a lot, and that's why my ends keep breaking. Does Coco Dream help for that too? Yeah, it definitely does. So it's when you any type of chemical treatment on your hair will damage your hair, and it actually breaks. I'm not trying to get too technical, but it damages your hair very much. So that's why, if you do that, definitely make sure that you give your hair extra love and care. And if you have hair breakage at the ends, Coco Dream Treatment will definitely help that. It's actually independent studies have shown that it's by 92%. So it's very powerful in making sure that your hair breaks less or stops breaking at the ends. So thanks for that question. Okay, so feel free to come in to give me your questions. I'm here now. It's live. You've got me. So I'm gonna work through my tips, but feel free to interrupt and ask your questions. So, did you use it? Did you work in sections? Yeah. Do you focus on your ends while applying the Coco Dream Treatment? I've said it 1,000 times already, but your ends are the most fragile and driest part of your hair. So whatever you do, any like type of caring product or anything, you want to make sure you apply that to your ends. Now, I was always used to starting here, right? And then whatever was left on my hands would maybe reach my ends, but a lot of it didn't. So I had to really train myself. The first thing I do when I apply any type of product, so let's take an example. I've got One Love Hemp Seed Moisturizer. You can use anytime you feel like your hair needs it. So what I do now is, first thing I do is my ends, and then I'll do the rest. So do you see that? Just always touch my ends first, and then I'll try and do the rest as I usually do. But if I don't do it from the very start, then I forget the ends, and there's never much left on your hands by the time you reach your ends. So that's definitely a top tip. Did you refrain from using a styling product? Okay, so in the 30-day challenge, we're not necessarily saying do not use styling products, but what we are saying is, if you use styling products, you want to make sure you have a really good look at the ingredients. Because as I said, some ingredients can actually cause your hair to dry out. It causes your hair to close off from getting that important moisture and all the nutrients that we're trying to bring into it. So yeah, try to avoid using those styling products for sure while we're doing the 30-day hair growth. And if you are using a styling product, then by all means have a look at the ingredients, because that's just, don't use any silicones, don't use any mineral oils, because they don't do anything for your hair. They give you the impression of being moisturized, but they actually don't moisturize. So that's a very important tip there. So I think since most stylers, unless you've got a 100% natural or a double beauty styler, then you might want to try and avoid that. And in the next few days, I'm going to come out and give you guys a video on some cute styles and protective styles you can do while you're just giving it the best you can for these 30 days. So you want to have some quick hairstyles that you can use that don't require you to have to use those stylers, etc. But really allow your hair to make use of this opportunity of extra TLC and still look cute. And then after those 30 days, you can go back to using your styling products if you wish. I am convinced that you might decide not to because you'll see that your hair is naturally much shinier and doesn't require as much styling products as you normally would. Okay, so next tip. Oh yeah, did you detangle your hair while it was wet, covered in conditioner? So about detangling, like that's a whole subject. Like I can do a live for an hour just talking about detangling. So I don't want to go into too much detail on it, but detangling is seriously very important. A lot of the time, people while they're detangling, they're actually pulling out their hairs. Uh, sometimes from the root, or sometimes they're just really damaging their ends or breaking it in the middle. If you tug and pull, so conditioners, wet hair with conditioners, and this is specifically for curly hair and natural hair. When your hair is wet, it's most, I'll say, flexible, so it'll move with you and won't break so easily. So always do it. Detangle your hair when it's wet with conditioner in it. Now you can do it while you're going through the wash day routine and you're in the shower and you've got the conditioner in. You can detangle it then, or you can detangle it afterwards when you've rinsed out your co-washing conditioner and you've got a leave-in conditioner in your hair. So you can do that as well. I like that tip sometimes because I don't like to be in the shower while I detangle my hair because it takes a while and I don't want to keep the water running, etc. So yeah, so that's a tip. I do it with my leave-in conditioner afterwards. We have a great detangling leave-in conditioner, so be sure to check it out. You want to give your hair that moisture, that slip, and you'll find that after you have used the split end remedy, detangling will actually become a lot easier. It just has a way of melting out the tangles and the knots and the from your hair. So definitely give that a try. And that was my last tip. So hopefully a lot of you are already noticing the difference and the benefits of the products that you're using in the 30-day hair growth challenge. I know I got a few messages from people saying, "Oh, my hair's never felt this soft," and I'm really happy to hear those. So keep them coming, and if feedback you have, definitely keep those comments coming because I just love to hear them. And also, if you've got any issues, I can actually help and solve those problems for you, any challenges that you might face, etc. So yeah, that's it, guys. So feel free to send me your questions. If you didn't make this live today or you don't have your questions right now, then feel free to just leave a comment and I will come back and answer them for you. This video was specifically for the ladies, or was sort of geared towards the ladies who have already signed up for the challenge. If you have not yet, it's really easy to do. Just go to doublebeautystore.com and it's right there on the front page, the 30-day hair growth challenge, and you can join. It's not too late to join this party and get your hair in this top tip condition before the summer holiday in July. So hopefully by then we'll be allowed to go out and go on holiday. So you'll have great hair for the summertime. So there, yeah. So it's really easy to do. All you have to do is purchase the hair growth kit, and you will automatically be enrolled in the 30-day hair challenge. And I'll be giving you lots more tips in the next few days, in the next few weeks. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, I wish you all the best of luck, love, and great hair days. Okay. Bye.